So this is the APR splitter. It's basically a flat piece of carbon fiber. I was skeptical what it would look like, but I seen pictures and it ends up looking not bad. And I'm going to add like black here with carbon fiber wrap up here. Anyway, it comes with some rods that go down here. I'm going to have to drill some holes in there, and I gotta get some holes in this to get the rods up in here. So that is the only reason, really, I think the bumper actually has to come off. So, but anyway, let's get to it. So what I did here, holding it in place with the jack stands, I was able to get these two big washers and screws that kind of centers it where it's supposed to go. And then I kind of pushed it up against the bumper, and there's holes already here. So what I did was pre-drilled the holes into the bumper. There's little spacers that go here, but that way I can take this bumper cover off, and then you can bolt this to the bumper and then put it back on. Up in the corner here, there is these bolts. They're like 25 T25, and on the top part of it, I had to grab with needle nose because it was spinning, so I could get the bolt out. But other than that, the rest just push pins, and you just lightly tug on it and it starts to come off. So it's really not that bad. So now I got the bumper completely separated. Now I'm going to show you up front corner. Those are the main plugs so that you can unplug the whole front fascia. So now I'm going to attempt to bolt the splitter to the bottom of the bumper and then locate where I want to drill the holes for those rods. It looks like there's some solid sticker here, so I should be okay to use that to support. But this is trial and error because I've never done it and there's no instructions, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so I basically have the front set of bolts in, so it's pretty much located where it's going to be. So this is like one piece now. And there's a little spacers there. So the only ones I don't have is these last two over here. I think I'm going to try to put it on the car before I put those in, because I should be able to get to them because they're going to be like right here. So what I'm going to do is pick a location to mount these rods. I'll probably pick something with this grill in line so I could make them in the same spot. So I just have to figure out if I want them wide or narrower. So I decided to pick that part of the grill, that little blade, the vertical one, as a spot on each side where I set them. So I think it's ready to go up. So because of the way this is, it's a little bit heavier now, and having a lift is going to make this easier because I can just lower the car to the height of the front bumper. But you might need two people if you don't have a lift. So the only part I don't know is how that piece, I think it's still going to fit above it. I think I can put it in after this is up. I think it'll slide over the top of it because there's access holes there. I'm going to try it. We'll see what happens. I was hoping to retain this, and I was able to. Now this will go up. I got to put a couple more bolts in so that gets pulled up, but I was able to get this plastic shield back in there. That way it's exactly the same as it was before with just this piece added. So right now I have these big washers here holding it here, and then we got these around the perimeter, and we got two more bolts on the end which will pull this up, and that actually lines up with the factory hole here. And I think I got to drill a hole over here, but other than that, it's looking not bad. Ended up taking these end pieces off because you don't really need them, because this ties it together now instead. And to fit that other shield up there, which I mainly just want to block water and dirt and stuff, I did have to take the brackets out to give me some more space. But other than that, that's all I had to do. All right, so it's all buttoned back up. I'll show you underneath everything I did here, but we're all good up top. Okay, so we have all these perimeter screws, and I showed you earlier how we just line that up by lining these holes up first. And these are now holding both this and the one underneath it, the stock protector shield. But now with these both, you have actually 2 layers of protection for the radiator. So that's pretty good for if maybe you hit something. So this corner has a factory hole, which this lines up with, and then the rest are drilled. So this is a factory hole. Same with the other side, factory. And then all of these were drilled on the outer edge, and like these, there's bolts up inside there. The support rods, like I said, we line them up with the grill verticals, the same one on each side. And there's hard plastic on the back side of this, which is what this is on. And this is, I mean, I've seen pictures of people standing on it, but my ass ain't gonna stand on this, but it's pretty solid. Like I said, I'm gonna color this in with black in the center, kind of blend in with it. If it wasn't for the fact that you had to add those rods, you might have been able to not have to take the bumper off, but in all honesty, the bumper is actually real easy to get off. So, like I said, you have one screw up in here on each side. You just take that out and then this just peels off. There's 6 bolts under the hood there, but that's all that holds it. So here it is off the rack on the ground on the low setting. I wasn't sure what I was going to think about it, but I really like that. It's really rigid too. So the only other thing I'm thinking of doing here on the car is they have like a Koenig, they call it, rear deck spoiler. It's like a long swooping tail, and it goes to the edge of the. I'm not going to get the super expensive one. I've seen other ones that are like it, and then it comes down the back here. I think that will finish it off. So like it's quite a bit of more work to put this on than some of the others, but I think it's actually going to be functional, so that's good. I figured get the tape measure, see where we're at. So 6 inches off the ground. There's my mouse killer. This car is lowered an inch, so it would be about 7 inches off the ground in your low setting if you did not lower the car. So it's going to be about 1/2 to 3/4 inches taller in medium, and then, well, let's see. Here we are in very high, and it is about 7.5 to 7.75. All right, so that's it for the front splitter on the Plaid. So I don't have my watch on. I would say it took a good 3.5 hours to do it. But if I had to do another one, I would know exactly what to do. Like, I could have put all the bolts in the bottom. I did the last 2 at the end on the edges, and I could have done that without putting it on first, and it would have been just that much quicker just to do it outside of it. But no big deal. Maybe it was better that the bumper was stretched on and clipped in its spot anyway before I did that. So maybe that's just better that way. I don't know. But either way, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty straightforward. At least you had those holes to go as a guide to line it up. So, but the end result is really surprised. I really like it a lot more than I thought I was going to, which is a good thing. So, and like I said, it's heavy duty carbon fiber and it's functional, and the way it's mounted, it can take some force pushing on it. So we'll see what happens with it. But please like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.